That's why they're not worried about nobody taking them, because shit's too uncomfortable.
Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday fun day.
We are back.
We're probably going to have to project a little more since we're outside.
I was about to go on and see if I can hear us.
And we've got, I was going to say a waterfall, but it's kind of a waterfall, right?
Yeah, it's a small little waterfall.
Yeah, we got a little fountain behind the camera. Oh, we're loud.
We kind of loud. We yelling at y'all.
We're loud.
We're loud.
I'm loud in general, so
Right. I don't think any of us have that problem. Maybe Nikki sometimes. She little. Well, thank you for joining us on another Sunday. We are not going to hold y'all up today, but we wanted to stop in and kind of kick off our Men's Health Month, and our focus is on men's mental health.
Yes.
Yay! You know, last year we had our very first men's panel and Father's Day kickback, which I think it was super successful.
It was.
We expected, an hour and a half, and it went like 4 hours?
Yeah, about 4. They enjoyed our company.
Yeah, but that just let us know that men need a platform where their voices, their stories, their accomplishments can be heard and projected. And so we wanted to, that was so successful, we wanted to do it again, and we wanted it to make it a more frequent thing. And hopefully we've just kind of found a group of men that are working in the community, and so we're networking behind the scenes to see if we can partner with them, because we think it is important to put a stop to this divisiveness. You see a lot of these podcasts online, black men hate black women, and black women hate black men. That's bullshit. Just want you to know. Black men love black women still, and black women do still support black men. So don't believe the bullshit, because it's just a false narrative being presented, and we want to kind of shatter that myth. So,
and open the doors to make them feel comfortable, right?
Absolutely.
Because I think that's a lot of with the mental health men. Men don't feel comfortable enough to share.
Right.
So hopefully we can do that.
Yeah, make a safe space. Right? Create a safe space where our brothers feel comfortable to share with us, where they're not being judged, they're not being shut down, their voices are allowed to speak freely and get off what's on their heart. Right? I see too many times, like, men go to share, and then women like, oh, he's sassy. Okay,
he crying, and why he crying, or something.
If a man, listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. If I meet a man and he can't cry, I'm running as fast as my fat ass can go the other way. Why? Because when you're not allowed to express that emotion, whether it's anger, angst, frustration, just whatever it is, it explodes or implodes. So either they're going to end up hurting themselves, or they're going to end up hurting someone close to them, which is typically the woman that is closest to them. So we think it's very important that men have the space to be men and to speak their opinions and to be heard and not be shut down being called sassy. I think that's ignorant.
And shout out to all our men last year. They really came in and they opened up. Like, shout out to y'all. Y'all came in, y'all opened up, y'all shine light on issues that we didn't know about, and y'all brought light to a lot of issues that we can bring to this panel that we're doing this year. So,
and make it better. And make it better. And for the record, there was tears.
Oh yeah,
there was a lot of real openness, and that's what's important. Vulnerability. That's the word I was looking for, because we can't move the needle forward if we're not open, honest, and have a vulnerability with each other to try and make things better.
And you know, it's like us women say that all the time. We want a man that allows us to be vulnerable and allows us to be safe and comfortable, but we want them to be our peace, but we don't seem to understand that men are also looking for the same.
Exactly.
They want a safe place.
To be vulnerable enough to talk and feel safe.
Right.
So definitely.
If my man cries because he's sharing something, like, If we go to a funeral, I expect him to cry. Or if something hurts, I expect him to cry. I expect him to be able, if he's angry about something, I expect to be able to let him voice the fact that he's upset and allow him that space to get it out. And then, okay, let's talk about it. I think those things are very important. But I don't think that, like, we ask for that as women. But then when we get it, then it's like, oh my God, he's crying, he's pussy, he's this, he's that. How you gonna ask for somebody that's emotionally intelligent, and then when they actually show their humanness, you mock them for it?
Yep.
And then immediately they shut down, and then they become one of these boys on these stupid podcasts that are telling you that all women ain't shit and they're all gold diggers and blah 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 blah.
And we hate on them.
Right. The foolishness, because all of that is just wounds that have not been addressed and healed.
So I was looking at like men's mental health, right?
Yep.
So women are diagnosed more with depression, right? But men have 80% more suicide rates than women. So that just tells you that they are really struggling, and they can't even go get diagnosed or go talk to anybody, not even a therapist. Like, they're scared to even go in to do that. So they rather take their life than go be that person to go talk to somebody, because they feel like they're looked on bad because of that.
Especially in our communities, right? I remember growing up, because I'm a little bit older than y'all, but I remember growing up, and it was like, oh no, we're not going to go talk to them white folks in our business.
Not our business.
Or I don't need to sit down and talk. We don't need that. We don't need medication. We don't need to sit down and talk to nobody. You just suck it up.
Right.
Okay, well, if a sponge just continues soaking up, at some point, don't that sponge start dripping and overflowing because it can't take anymore? People are the same, right? So I think our communities, and let me just ground this a little bit. The generation before mine, I'm a 70s baby, right? The generation before mine had very valid reasons to distrust the white coats, okay? They experiment, but they do it today too, right? However, there is some merit and value in being able to go speak to someone about your problems who is not connected to the problem, right? So when you can go and speak to a therapist, a counselor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, well, psychiatrist gonna give you drugs, right? But the and they shouldn't give you drugs without you being connected to some type of therapist. But to be able to sit down and talk to somebody, y'all go to bars and clubs and talk to strangers. You talk to the bartenders. I've heard bartenders, barbers, hairdressers talk about all of the stuff that they hear from their clients because nobody else listens to it, right? So these people probably know more about your spouse or your brother or whatever than you do, because they actually give them an ear to listen, right? And be valued in what they have to share. A lot of times...
Hey, Jocelyn! Happy birthday, girl!
Happy birthday! I posted something the other day on my personal page. Like, it's always presented, oh, women couldn't be president. That's why we didn't vote for Kamala, because they're more emotional. And what if they have their period? Well, guess what, guys? If you look at the stats, men commit more of the emotional crimes, murder, strangulation, all those types of things. So what that's telling you is there's a level of frustration, there's a level of there's something undercurrent. There's an undercurrent that's pushing that violence, and a lot of that comes from not being able to express themselves, because even as a society, we socialize young boys, like if they fall and hurt themselves, don't you cry. Don't you cry. Wipe that knee off, sucker. You a man.
Right.
Okay, that's not necessarily, okay, we need balance, right? Because nobody wants a crybaby, male or female.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, the only emotion that men, by and large, are okay to express is anger.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Yeah,
Definitely a problem.
Even when a man is loving on you. I've been listening to some men's podcasts lately, and even when a man is loving, we say that's what we want, but even when they're loving on you, other men shame them and call them a simp, or this and that. But I am glad to see that there are men out there that are saying, I don't care what y'all say. I'm going to love on my woman openly. I'm going to protect my woman openly and my daughters and treat them that way, because there has been this this negativity with men showing emotions to their women. And I think a lot of that too has to do with the music culture that folks have pushed, that you got to call a woman a bee and treat them like they all hoes. And we even have some homeboys we know that say stuff like that. All these bees is this and this and that. And first of all, the fact that you're calling women bitches, that speaks volumes. Because you have a mother.
Exactly.
You have a sister.
And some of y'all have daughters.
And you have daughters, exactly. And so, we're outside.
Did you swallow a bug?
I think I didn't swallow them. I think I tasted them a little bit.
It's okay, it's protein.
Yeah, okay. But just being able to socialize your daughters the right way. Because if you calling women bitches and hoes, if you calling their mama bitches and hoes in front of them, then you can't be mad when they find a man to treat them like that. Because see, y'all be wanting to fight dudes for mishandling your daughters, but your daughters are getting a man like you.
Like you, right?
Yeah, but a lot of it starts with family, right?
Yeah.
Our family
Dynamics
dynamic has been broken for so long because there's been so many single moms trying to raise men, and you know, fathers not being in the picture. So, but that's a cycle. It's a cycle that started from beyond, and it just kept going, and you know, it's just a cycle that some people want to stop and should stop, and you know, therapy helps.
Well, like you said, Nikki, I think that's changing. I see a lot more men stepping up.
Absolutely.
I see a lot more men trying to stay and you know, and even if they're not staying with the woman, they're trying to stay around to help their kids
with the children
and be with their
and
kids.
families.
So,
yes,
and a lot of our men I see doing it more now too.
Yeah.
So.
that dynamic is starting to change.
I don't even like the narrative about single women. Because here's the thing. A single woman, when they do these stats, they make it seem like, oh, black women are just out here raising these children unmarried by themselves. And that's a lie. Just because they're single, that means they didn't get married. That doesn't mean the father is not in the picture. So we bear the blame for a lot of this. But here's the thing. A lot of these fathers have been in the picture, still are in the picture, but they're trash. So if you have a sorry example in front of you, but then that's what you follow. But the woman bears the brunt. Oh, these single mothers. Yeah, the mothers may have been single, but guess what? Fathers have been in the picture, and some of the fathers weren't good examples. So I think we need to stop placing the blame just on women and balance it out. And matter of fact, let's stop placing blame, period, and get together and say, how are we going to fix it? Right? Anywho, though, so that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot to talk about, and at some point, you know, to come to an understanding that we all have to work together. We are raising these children together. Children aren't pawns to be used back and forth, and not just women do it, men do it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Women are petty, men are petty, we're all petty, but we have to understand that the division was engineered. It was conditioned into us, and I see a lot of black folks coming back together to present the proper narrative, which is we're here standing for our community and raising our children together. Just because you keep seeing these black people fighting and stuff all the time, that's just what the algorithm shows you. Do they not show you how many of these kids are graduating with all these honor cords? Do they not show you how these children are graduating early and going on to college at 16 and 17 years old? No, they don't want to show you that. Why? Because they don't want to show you strength in our community. And that's what we strive to do, is to show you a positive side of our community. It's not all, we don't all fight. Now, I will fight, don't get it wrong. Touch the right trigger and I'm going to fight. But that's anybody. That is a human. That is a human action and reaction, not just black or white, because I've seen plenty of white people brawls. They just don't promote it as often, right? Anywho, though, circling back to...
I was going to say, like, I feel like that next... I agree with you, and I feel like that next generation...
Don't. Just
that
go
next
on.
generation... He left. For those that you don't know, Nikki here is scared of bugs. Any kind of bugs, especially bees.
Where did he go?
So he left.
You see, I told him go ahead on.
You want to make sure he circle back, spin the block. He ain't want to spin the block.
He don't spin the block. But go ahead.
Still, they'll leave you alone. But I was to say I agree with you. You know, that narrative is changing, but I think a lot of that next generation, right, is changing that narrative and becoming more of a community and giving each other support. And a lot of men are coming out together and saying, you know what, just come, let's share community, let's share each other's. You know what I mean? And understanding that they want to be better fathers, better people, better thing. But you know, it's being able, as us, like I'm hoping we can give them a good space to come and just do that.
Yes.
You know,
a lot of them trying to fix what we messed up.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
So you know, it is Men's Health Month.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking in general of
About
everything,
yes.
not just mental health.
Yes.
And as we're talking about mental health, it makes me think like we're talking about men being there, but in order for y'all to be there, y'all need to take care of yourselves. So to be here, like, I was looking at something. I'm telling my dad this because that's the only person I really get on a lot when I'm talking to like an older man, and I'm telling him how important it is for you at your older age to really like dial in. And I can say he's better with going to his doctor. As soon as something hurts, he goes to the doctor. But I was telling him the other day, like, you always yell at me when my check engine light on, but when your check engine light on, what do you do? So we need y'all men to go, before y'all check engine light, come on, y'all need to start going to the doctor. Like, even if nothing's broke.
Right.
Go, even if
Get
nothing
the checkup.
hurts. Right, go to your
my
annual.
dad today that too.
Yeah.
I was just telling one of my dads that today, like, you need to go to the doctor. Like, it's not just my mom, it's not, you need to go too.
Women, we're like trained at young ages to go to the doctor. We got all kind of things that break and stink and all kind of stuff. You gotta go to the
to break and stink. I wasn't ready for that.
But yeah, we go to the doctor all the time. But then they be like, it's all right, it'll go away. Like,
you know, we talked about that in a different episode where it says, you know what, that trauma that's inside of you festers, right?
Yeah,
and it spills through, and it becomes a medical, not only mental, but it becomes a physical manifestation of something else. So, like, you know, you can, I don't know, like dealing with cancer.
I feel like cancer is so real now.
Yeah.
And I've been around so many more people, and the older I get, I'm seeing more cancer. So it's like, you can stop it. I didn't even know there was stage 0 cancer. You can stop this at stage 0 now, before it develops to more.
But that's getting checked annually.
Right.
Right, period.
And let me say this too, it's not just older men. Because guess what? By the time your check engine light come on, you've been doing things for years. Yeah. My pastor said years ago that whatever is working to kill you is already in your body. Right? So it's just a matter of when you're younger, your body has tighter forces to keep that stuff at bay. Then as you get older, your immune system starts to deteriorate and things start to creep in. But I just wanted to circle back and give some statistics, not to scare our men. Hey, Jay, security is off today, y'all. We are unsecured today.
Hey, security.
But in a good place.
But he's one too. Like, I've been telling him, fussing at him, go get the checkup. Why haven't you made the appointment? I stopped. I'm putting you out there, babe. Sorry. But that's what we're talking about. Because they won't, I'm fine. I do this. I exercise. I do my this. I do my that. But I want to give you some statistics on men's health. And this is why it's so important. Because the other thing is, for the men in our lives that we love, we tell you to go get checked. Because we want to make sure that you are here as long as you possibly can be, so we can, in good health, to share that time. Because I see so many women, not only do they outlive the man, but they end up taking care of the man because he didn't take care of himself. So here's some of these stats. Black men specifically, right, in the United States experience significant health disparities. They die on average 7 years earlier than men of other racial groups.
Wow.
7 years earlier. And these outcomes are driven by systemic barriers, delayed diagnosis, higher rates of preventable and chronic diseases, with heart disease and cancer acting as the leading causes of death. Black men have the lowest life expectancy than any other major demographic in the United States. Heart disease. Approximately 24% of the deaths related to heart disease are black men. And approximately 20% of cancer deaths are black men. Premature death. Roughly 40% of black men die prematurely from heart disease compared to 21% of white men. Now that's almost twice as likely. Prostate cancer is another one. One of my really good friends, my brother, had prostate cancer. Black men are 1.7 times more likely to be diagnosed and twice as likely to die from prostate cancer. And all you have to do is go get that screening. Okay? Guys, I know you think that we're nagging you just because we want to nag you, but we're on you about these things, and we're talking to brothers, dads, fathers. If your sister is on you, if your cousin is on you, if your woman is on you, your wife, it is because of statistics like this. And we don't want to be left out here by ourselves. We want to be with you as long as we can. We want to share in these good times, raise these children together, look at our grandchildren, nieces and nephews, and whatever the case may be. But we can't do that if you're not going to check on yourselves. We're here. We have to check on ourselves because we bear the children, right? So they're looking at us every which way through Sunday. Our oil gets changed, dip, stick, and all extra kind of stuff, right? But we need you guys to take those steps to regularly go and see about yourself. And I will give Jay his shout outs because he went and had a colonoscopy here recently within the past couple of months. Now he's on me, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite. He's on me to go and get mine done because it's important, right?
I won them 5 years ago. I'm sorry, 2 years ago. So I'm due 3 more years. I got to go back. So I'm on top of it.
You have to be. Black Americans have the highest rates of colorectal cancer incidence and mortality than any other racial or ethnic group. Any other, guys. So listen, in some cases we already hunted, okay? And so we know that what's going on in our food. We can tell you, we went overseas. And the food over there was amazing. I'm going to tell you, when I came back, I was depressed because I did not want to eat anything.
I'm still depressed.
The food was not the same. No. So we know, by and large, we are being slowly poisoned. And slowly because Big Pharma is what runs America. And why are we slowly being poisoned? Because they are creating the problem, and we got a pill for you.
Yep.
Okay,
and
so
if that pill stop working,
we got another pill for you. Oh, and if this pill
you
causes
need this pill to cure this pill.
Oh, this pill make you do this? Okay, you need this
pill to do
now,
this pill.
10 pills later.
Yeah.
And this is what I was just telling my dad. I'm like, you know, my dad suffers from high blood pressure. He's on all kinds of different medications. But I will say that now that I've been juicing for him consistently, his blood pressure has been stable. Every appointment he's been at, it's been stable. And he's been able to get off one of his medications. So that's natural. Like, these are beets that grow for the earth. Like, there's things that you can do that's natural. Yeah. You got to watch what you're putting in your body when you're eating this food. You know?
Yeah, we got to get back to growing our own food.
Yes.
Just even if you get like a raised garden, there's a couple of things that you can grow yourself. And even that will minimize your risk. We got to get back to, and I know y'all, we all busy, but we got to get back to cooking at home. I'm talking to myself while I'm talking to y'all, right? Because I used to cook every day when I had children. I had to. And now I don't because I don't have to. But then when I look at it, one, we don't know who's in that kitchen. Two, we don't know what they're using or doing to the food. Let's just keep it 100%. And we don't know that some of them animals that they say is animals or chicken. We don't. I've seen some things.
We don't know. I'm not a pork eater, but let me tell you, I remember going to, we talk about eating foods. I remember going to Bali and I ate their pork. Tell me, was it different? 100% different. It was so clean. I was like, is this really pork? Like, it don't even taste like it. It was so good. So, yes.
We gotta watch what we're putting in our bodies. Definitely. Watch what we're eating. Watch the kind of foods we're eating. Watch what we're cooking our foods with. Like, you know, we've grown up in the black community on fried everything.
Lard.
Yeah. Like,
I don't remember last time I
do
ate
that
some
no
fried.
more. Like, I air fry everything, and I use avocado oil. Like, I don't even use the regular oil. So we gotta
canola oil's good for you too.
We really gotta watch what we're putting in our bodies. And just like you said, when you cook for your kids, we're so mindful of when we're cooking for other people. Like, oh, this is going to be good for you. But when it comes to ourselves, we're like, well, we're just going to get what we can get.
Right. My therapist told me just last week, he was like, you have a caretaker spirit and you taking care of everybody else, but you have to be consistent and I want you to write it down on pen and paper. I haven't even done it yet, y'all. I'm good. But I want you to write down in pen and paper your plan for consistent self-care. And that is, he said, go down. I want you to go to the gym and use your punching bag. I said, man, I got a punching bag right in my garage. I have a home gym right in my garage. It's just getting down there. You know what I'm saying? So, but the same way I'm sitting here talking to my brothers and telling you that you got to go to the doctor, you got to see about yourself. I'm talking to myself as well. Let me just hit you with a couple more statistics. Mental health, because you know mental health is a lot of our focus. Suicide, like she said, is the third leading cause of death for black men between the ages of 15 and 24. Suicide is taking us out that young. Our men, taking our men out that young. And it says traditional masculine norms and cultural mistrust in the medical system can impede men from seeking mental health treatment. 1 in 2 black men who have had sex with other men will be diagnosed with HIV in their lifetime. We got to talk about that too, because they're men too. You understand what I'm saying? And then lastly, I want to hit you with this, preventative care. There are systemic barriers, right? While black men do report visiting the doctor at similar or even higher rates for some standard preventative exams, they tend to rely on the emergency room for their health care needs, more so than non-black do. And
that's scary.
Yeah, because all the emergency room is gonna make sure you're not dying, and then they're gonna say, go see this person. Yep. So, guys, we want to say welcome to Men's Health Month. We want you to know that Nikki, and Linda on Strength and Silence podcast, we care about our brothers and our counterparts in this community. And we are doing our best to provide you with a platform. And this annual panel is just one of the things that we're doing to try and join hands across the aisles with our brothers and let you guys know that we're here for you, that we care about you, mind, body, and spirit. To that end, next week, next Saturday, is going to be our second annual men's panel and Father's Day kickback. We have some great men that are going to come and talk, and we're going to sit down and kick it and just really give them space to talk about and probe a little bit with our brothers to see what's really going on.
And also, before we go, I know we always provide like statistics and information, but we're also resources, guys. Like, if you men don't know where to start or want to do better, reach out. Reach out to us. I am a nutrition coach and a personal trainer. I can develop plans for you. I can help you with nutrition. I can tell you what to drink. I can tell you how to juice. I can tell you whatever you need to know, or anybody. We all can tell you where to start or where you need to go to. Like, we are the knowledge. So if you don't know where to start or who to reach out to, or even embarrassed, I know some men are embarrassed to reach out.
Our DMs are open.
It's a no judgment zone here.
Right. I can hit you with the spiritual side. I've been an ear to talk to and a shoulder to cry on for many of my brothers. They will tell you that I'm a little different than the average woman. I think I'm an alien, but that's okay. So, and here's the thing. If we don't know, We know who to connect you to
about to
that
say
can
that.
help
We'll
you.
find it for you.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
We'll make sure we're connected with the right people.
Yep. So Saturday, make sure y'all tune in. We're probably gonna go live
From noon to 2.
Yep, from noon to 2.
Yep.
If you guys have any questions that you want to know, or anybody, male, female, anything y'all want to know before Saturday, shoot us a question. We can ask the men on the panel.
Absolutely.
Y'all questions.
So DM us any questions or points that you want to discuss, or ask the guys on the panel. We've got somebody that's part of a men's group. We've got a comedian. We've got a local artist, up-and-coming artist with a wonderful story of overcoming. We've got a local barber. Yeah, a couple artists. I'm sorry. 2 artists. Very active in the community. Absolutely. And we've got a barber who is also a father who has a child with autism. So all of these things we want to talk about. We can't carry these burdens alone. And we have to show each other that we're here for each other. So we appreciate everybody who's been following along with us. We thank you. We love you. Like, share, subscribe.
Got you, Jocelyn. I'll reach out to you.
Beautiful. Hey, tap in, man.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for the support.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Y'all been rocking with us.
It's been amazing.
Yes.
Having you guys follow us and subscribe and supporting us. So thank you.
We got big
While
things,
we evolve.
Big things
Yes.
coming.
We,
Big things.
plenty of things coming. So
Yeah.
just stay locked in.
Yes. Bye, y'all. Enjoy
We
y'all
appreciate
Sunday.
you. Happy
Enjoy
Sunday, y'all.
Sunday.
Strength.
Bye.